I'm currently slowly walking around the living room because I've got to kind of keep myself moving. So I'm just like walking around the living room and Ben's asking me like Trivial Pursuit questions. It's so sad. Good morning. I've been at work pretty much for the last 3 weeks solidly, and I've just managed to come back for a weekend. I am going to crack on with the engine compartment. Our engine bay is still, I basically started it one day a while ago and we haven't gone back to it yet. So I'm going to try and spend a good couple of hours. I've got my audiobooks ready and I'm ready to get this engine bay looking a little less. It's still all like grubby and full of red paint from the old paint, so I want to get all of that off ready so that we can actually paint it and make it all nice and white and shiny, ready for whatever we end up putting back in there. Ben's put a lovely bit of wood over the whole of the engine bay so that I can try and eliminate or try and prevent too much dust coming into the boat, because I feel like we've just got it out after 2 years of grinding away, and you know, it's not looking too dusty at the moment anyway. So let's crack on. This is the most disgusting hole. It's awkward, it's so hard to grind anything out of. I'm gonna get the finger sander and the grinder, basically every tool I can find, and just do my best to get all the nooks and crannies of this horrible engine bay. No, it's bloody huge, look how big this is. So, let's get started. I'm not gonna lie, I hate every single second of this. It is so horrible, it's so hard. Whilst I was grinding my life away, Ben was getting ready for a spontaneous trip up north to collect a very exciting feature for the boat. It being a few hours drive away in the Peak District, we thought we'd make the most of the weekend away. It's gonna be a boozy one.
Only for me though. I like the chicken in there, isn't it?
Huh?
I think the chicken's in that bag.
Okay, let's get that in the fridge.
As well as the cider first, then chicken.
Where are we going?
That's a good question. Going back to the caravan.
What?
Afternoon ramble. Do you keep coming across these little doorways that are like the devil's doorway?
Oh.
That's where the demons live.
It's not funny if something happens.
We have a good time.
No, we don't.
Another doorway. What's in the doorway? What's that behind us?
No, that's not funny.
No, look, we're out.
I can breathe.
That's a shame. Oh, it's fun.
That's not fun.
Should we go back through?
No.
That was the Swainsley Tunnel we just found out. That creepy old devil tunnel. We're going to go back through it in a minute just to get some more footage, I think, because I'm going to send Ellie through on her own.
Great acoustics though.
Great acoustics. So we got gifted this miniature bottle of whiskey from Ellie's parents the other day. So I don't think there's any better time than to drink it now. Cheers! Sorted.
Great, Adam.
Problem is, when you're on a long walk like this and you get to a pub and you have that pint or that drink, it goes down so well that you can't just have one. So you have another one. And yeah, we've only had 2 drinks, but the temperature's dropped.
Yep.
And we've still got an hour to go.
So, yeah, we've had a great day.
That's enough.
Behind the scenes of how you get like a quick shot to a slow shot. Is that this?
Nearly made it. 12.5k so far.
12k?
12.5k. But that's our day, and tomorrow we're heading off to visit Simon, who's going to show us something very exciting.
Very
we can't
exciting.
wait for that.
I'm so excited.
We're just pulling up to the farm now, and we're going to cook a little curry and call it a night.
Maybe a fire pit? What are you thinking?
No. No
I'll
fire
shut
pit.
down very
Put the
quickly.
radiator on. Look at it, it's disgusting.
Ew. Ew.
I just don't
Look
want
at
to
that
look
green.
at it anymore. Show me a little plastic caravan and send me to bed.
Goodbye. And see you tomorrow.
Bonne nuit. So here we are in our little caravan. We've come all the way to the Peak District to see a guy about a wood-burning stove.
Ooh.
That's exactly what we're going to be putting in on that forward bulkhead on the port side. We know that we're going to be living in there over winter. The UK winters get very cold, as well as they do everywhere else. So we just think a really good heat source is a wood-burning stove.
Now, for those of you who have categorically said, do not get a wood burner, we hear you, we understand the ramifications about keeping them clean, storing the wood, etc, etc. We have, of course, thought these through. But most importantly, we want to clarify that this will not be our only heat source. Details on that will come a lot later, but for now, this is a feature we have decided to stick with, and actually, we can't wait. This guy's made it completely bespoke to us. We've been in conversation with him for quite a few months now, and we're really excited to go and see it. So yeah, come with us and we'll show you what he's done.
There's a company called Made by Simon on Instagram. We'll put all the links in the description below, but let's go see him. Now we've got loads of photos of it, but one thing we can't really judge is the size of it. We know it's small, but in the photos it looks really big, just because it's just on its own. I mean, even though we've got the measurements, we know it's small. I'm just really looking forward to seeing how dinky it is.
Yeah, I think it's going to fit in maybe 2 logs. I think it's going to be tiny,
Yeah.
but I think it's going to exude a lot of heat, which is exactly what we need. Yeah, with the design of it, we've kind of been going back and forth in conversations about how to design it, because he's made it completely sort of bespoke to the dimensions of our boat and how we kind of envisage it. We love the idea of being able to see the fire as well as feel the fire. And we have 2 sofas in our boat, on the port side and on the starboard side. And so we want to be able to see the fire when sitting on both sides of the boat. So we thought we'd incorporate that into our design of the wood burner, and I think it's going to be really cute. Yeah, very excited.
The stove.
The stove. Let's talk about the stove.
Stove is perfect. It is fantastic and we love it so much.
It is so adorable. It's got so much character. You wouldn't get it made anywhere else. You've got the only one that will ever exist. They're all completely bespokely made.
It's just got a lot of personality within it, and that's what we want. The people that we work with and the projects that we get done for us that we can't do ourselves, then we really want to make sure that the people that we're working with are kind of our people.
All these like little features that we want to incorporate into our style and our design. Being able to choose small businesses, British businesses, just makes it their own, makes it, you can feel the amount of detail and time and effort that's gone into making something like that.
So Simon, thank you. We love you.
Thank you, we love you.
And your work is fantastic.
So another big shout out to Simon. We can't thank you enough for creating such a gorgeous addition for our home to be. We had such a fun trip, and he even gave us our first lesson in welding, another flair to add to our DIY skill set.
Do you want to get ours? Yeah.
What do I do?
Okay, so you're the welder then. Straight. Could you see the line? Because that is that's pretty much all the way down the line.
Yeah. As we drove home, happy as Larry with our new addition to the family in the boot in the absolute pouring rain, we didn't quite realise at that time that Ben wouldn't be stepping foot back on the boat for several weeks, and me for several months.
Okay, here we are, we're back. Now, I've been away for an unscheduled 3-week hiatus. Ellie was in an accident. She's okay, we're expecting her to make a full recovery. However, she did receive a few broken bones, so the recovery is ongoing. Unfortunately, all boat work had to stop. There was a few days in hospital, and then we went back to her family home in Cambridge just to relax and kind of process what happened and just to make sure that we're all okay. But now everything's back to normal, for me at least. I'm going to be back on the boat every day. We are going to be set back now. I think we're going to completely take the pressure off ourselves. We're not going to set any deadlines. We want to get in the water as soon as possible. I go away with my new job in a couple of months, this being May, and we did want to be afloat before I went away, but I don't think that's going to be possible now. But that's okay. This is a marathon, it's not a sprint. We knew we were setting ourselves very difficult goals in the first place, but we're optimistic. But now we're just going to keep going. The most important thing for us right now is making sure Ellie is brought back to full health. We're not going to push anything, and we're not going to add any stress whatsoever. Unfortunately, she's probably not going to be able to get onto the boat for a little while because there is a big steep ladder coming onto the boat, and it's just not worth her risking coming up here, and she can't actually contort herself into the shapes that you need to be able to work on a boat. So she is going to be WFH, working from home. I've set her up today, doing some electrical things. So she's going to be happy working on that as well as editing. She can only sit in front of a computer for a little bit at a time, but we're going to manage it throughout the day, and she's just going to crack on as and when she can.
Whilst we show you the first burn of our wood burner, some of you might be wondering exactly what happened. Now, it's not something I'd like to disclose in too much detail. However, the injury was to my back, and I was lucky enough to not need any surgery. Though I'm in quite a lot of pain, I'm on the mend and I'm in good spirits. I will of course be cheering Ben on from the sidelines whilst he continues to make our boat a home. Just bear with him, he's on his own. I'll obviously be less present in the upcoming videos, but I'll do my best to show my face as and when I can. For now, I hope you enjoyed the episode and we look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks.